Welcome back. So in just under 2 weeks, the Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana will table the much-anticipated national budget for 2025 after postponing it last week. The Democratic Alliance says it has some quick win solutions for the minister. Our business reporter, Ntokozo Khumalo, is in studio to explain this for us. Ntokozo, very good morning to you. I just have to put this one out there. I found it strange that you have an alternative budget coming from the Democratic Alliance, considering that they are part of the government of national unity. But these are very unprecedented times that we are living in, as unprecedented as the postponement of a budget, which now we have an idea of what is in the budget and what could still be in the budget come the 12th of March. But what is the DA saying?
Well, a little bit of peacocking from the DA in that very short briefing. It lasted about 20 minutes, including the Q&A. So the spokesperson for finance from the DA, Dr. Mark Byrne, getting straight to the point on what those 6 priority areas are, according to the DA. And honestly, a lot of them, not anything new. We've heard from economists, we've heard from analysts when they are making those suggestions on what it is that we need to invest in that could see that economic growth. But just quickly to run through them, of course, the issues of tax. They once again reminded the country that they are the ones who are pushing for against that 2% VAT that we would have seen on the 19th of February. So they're saying no new taxes across the board, whether it's personal, company tax, or VAT. They are also calling for a cut in unnecessary government expenditure, where they're saying that we could get about 60 billion rand when we do those studies to really see where that unnecessary spending is happening. And as we were talking about Mahindra earlier on, considering coming to manufacture here in South Africa, their third point is then saying, let's concentrate on concrete pro-business growth measures, a comprehensive spending review to cut away wasteful expenditure. The arguments that some analysts also having that now that the budget was postponed, a whole lot of wasteful expenditure happened there as well, with events having to be cancelled and so on. Increasing revenue without raising taxes. The argument there that the tax base is just too low and South Africans are overtaxed as it is. So the states needing to find solutions for that. They're saying this could take 6 to 9 months to be able to comb through all those issues, find that additional, income or revenue that can then be used to ensure that public services remain, that public wages are not affected, and that South Africans' cost of living is not heightened any further.
Just a quick one. Considering that we have the government of national unity, and of course, at least according to the plan, is that they'll be there for the next 5 years. Did the DA touch on how they can avoid unprecedented moments like these, where you have a budget that is postponed, considering, for instance, you speak about the combing through some of those ideas that will take up to 9 months. So how do we do it earlier so that once we have a budget speech or even the medium-term policy statement, there's no delay?
Well, the budget process, which I will unpack in the week as well, of what exactly is the budgeting process, it takes about 12 to 14 months. So once the GNU party or the different parties do meet, then let's say for 2026, they would have enough time to be able to deal with these issues. The argument that the DA brought up is that, the GNU had only been about 6 months. So there is some process of the budget plan that they had missed before, they actually joined the decision-making process. So looking into 2026, possible for then the parties to be able to work through this. But considering that it's just under 2 weeks for Finance Minister to then deliver the 2025 budget, we're not so sure how realistic it is to be able to implement some of these suggestions if they were not already penciled in the budget for 2025. So there might be considerations to say the Finance Minister might put it down in the midterm budget later on this year to say these are some of the considerations that we've taken up for the 2026 budget. It is a lengthy process, a lot happening. And as you asked, where was the DA when GNU was finalizing this budget? Because around August, the Ministers' Committee of Budgets and one of the DA members is Deputy Minister of Finance.
Exactly.
So they then approve the preliminary division of revenue and budget priorities. So the DA had the opportunity really then to raise those concerns and raise some of the proposals that they'd like to put down to the Finance Minister. But hopefully now going forward, now that we've had these issues and hopefully some learnings from them, there will be closer workings together within the GNU to ensure that the budget does, meet the targets that we want. Because the same language everyone is talking is that the country does need economic growth, does need new investments to be able to create jobs. So we are clear on that. How we get there seems to be the challenge.
Yeah, we need more Mahendras as well. Thank you so much, Ntokozo Khumalo there, our business reporter. So as she's indicated, she'll be joining us every morning as we build up to the 12th of March when the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, will be tabling the much anticipated budget speech, which was postponed last week.